Hello everyone, and welcome to episode 1 of the Wizard101 Rebirth Let's Play series. Now, some of you may have seen this coming with a sneaky little poll that I put up about a month ago that I asked, what school would you like to see? And there was 4 school options, and I didn't exactly say that it was for a Let's Play series, but I felt like it was kind of an obvious conclusion. Now, why am I here? Why am I doing a Let's Play series in 2025? Well, if you didn't know, my channel, doing Wizard101 videos, I started with a Let's Play series. In April of 2019, I uploaded episode 1 of my Balance Let's Play series, which was over 6 years ago, 6.5 years ago now, almost. And a lot has changed since then. First off, I think when I started that, I was 16 turning 17 or 17 turning 18. I'm now 23, which is a little unfortunate. It feels like I've aged a little bit. Obviously, my channel's much bigger now. When I started that, I think I had 400 subscribers. Now I have 13,000, which is a little crazy. But why am I doing this, you may ask? Because you're like, Noah, this has been done to death. Yes. To be honest, I'm not even really I'm doing this just as much for me as I'm doing this for you guys, because I really feel like in the last few years, I have kind of lost my love of Wizard101. In the last 3 years or so, the only times I have played this game is to record a video. So like every time you see me record a video, that's the only times I've played this game. So I have maybe 10 hours of gameplay in the last like year or two. Besides like the 1 month I'll come back whenever there's a big game update. So really, what I wanted to do was rediscover my love for this game and kind of play through the game again.
The spell is working.
So we're going to start by making a new wizard. Now this is a completely new account, so I'm not going to have a mount or anything. My plan is to play this as realistically as I can to a completely new playthrough.
Perhaps to save Wizard City.
Oh, really?
Oh, really?
Where?
Where?
Oh, a very, very distant realm. Oh, my goodness.
My goodness.
A world that does not even believe in magic.
By
I
Jove.
wonder what manner of wizard they might become. Perhaps we should consult the
Book of Secrets.
Headmaster Ambrose turns to regard you intently.
Answer these questions to find out what type of wizard you are.
Okay, so a few things. Here's kind of an outline for this series, because obviously I could just do a basic series. I could just go through the game as I normally would. But my plan is a few things. First off, I want to listen to some dialogue. Not all dialogue, because obviously that would make this series take 150 hours, which it might already. But my plan is to kind of listen to some dialogue lines, skip through it, but overall pay attention to the story. Because the story is half of this game, and half of the reason why I like this game.
What do you look like?
That's the question, isn't it? That's the question. My plan... another plan that I have for this series, and something that I'm sure some of you might appreciate, some of you might not, but we'll see how it goes. My plan is that I think the gameplay loop of this game has become very, very boring over the years. And it's not necessarily that it became boring, but we've kind of made it boring to an extent. So what I plan on doing is I'm going to limit the amount of AoEs I use. Now, that doesn't mean I'm not going to use AoEs, because that would be just kind of asinine. My plan is that in mob battles, I can use AoEs, and in boss battles, I can use an AoE at the beginning to get rid of mobs, but I have to use single target spells. Now, the reason why I planned on doing this, and the reason why I'm adding this caveat,
All right then.
is that I think that a lot of this game's kind of issue is the gameplay loop. And now, personally, I think that it should be King's Isle that's fixing this, not us, unlike what Ratbeard may think. But I don't think they're ever going to fix it, so if they're not going to fix it, then I guess I simply must myself. Moon orb, moon pact. I'm thinking moon something. Moon power. Sailor Moon type beat. Okay, I kind of like Moon Riddle, I'm not gonna lie. Makes me think of the Riddler. Oh god, he looks so tired. That's okay, so do I.
Well,
I'm going to skip the tutorial, because fuck the tutorial. Oh, I'm in classic mode. I'm gonna leave it in classic mode. Let me adjust my camera slightly. Now, I'm not gonna lie, I need to get back into the kind of swing of things, because I haven't recorded a Let's Play type thing in God knows how long, so I'm used to being able to just kind of say a few things and then cut between my videos. This is mostly going to be unedited. I might edit out some things like me collecting mob drops and stuff like that, but it's mostly going to be unedited.
Times are not normal.
Times are not normal.
Supernatural incursion in unicorn way that must be dealt with immediately. I wonder. You've demonstrated such
I think that this is so funny, and I always have. The fact that they're just sending the new guy to go handle this undead incursion.
Time is of the essence, so I'll teleport you there directly. Seek out Private Connolly.
Welcome to Unicorn Way. There are
Thank you.
creatures here who will attack you if you get too close to them. So stick
Oh,
to
no.
the task at hand.
Mark location. Okay.
Whoa, whoa, young student. The street's very dangerous.
The street's very dangerous right now.
Wizard,
No.
did you see the symbol above Private Connolly's head? That
What's that? You say the headmaster said this used to be a pleasant guard.
A Pleasant Street.
Maybe you're...
to battle the monster when you get
Okay, I'm gonna skip most of the tutorial stuff because I don't care, and I'm sure you don't care that much either. So, I talked about why I'm doing this, whatever. What's some other things I want to talk about before I kind of get into the rest of this video? Let's talk about how I kind of want to do these videos. Now, a lot of the old Let's Play series and what those videos were me talking about what I was doing at the moment, which, you know, might be similar here. So, like, I would talk about my life, which, admittedly, back then, my life was much more interesting. I was, you know, in school, I was living life, and, you know, when you're in school, it feels like every day has a story. Nowadays, it does not feel like every day has a story. So I kind of want this to have not a podcast quality, but similar to a podcast quality that my original Let's Play had, and I kind of want to talk about different things per video. Now that might be a certain topic like, you know, talking about another video game, or talking about something in Wizard101. Oh hey, it's, oh god, not that. It's Double Reagents because it is Wizard101's birthday, and has free membership, which I didn't technically buy a member yet. I will at some point, obviously, to continue doing this, but, yeah, so my plan for this series is that turn the tide. I plan on uploading Tuesdays, Thursdays, Saturdays, Sundays, so I'm going to do 4 per week, and my plan is, okay, I'm just going to skip this. Realistically, I don't care about the dialogue in Unicorn Way. Give me this side quest. So the plan is to 4 videos a week and get through the game at that pace. The way that I think that that's going to end up rolling out is I'm going to be finished with Arc 1 within 2 or 3 months is the plan, kind of. Now, that's subject to change. If I feel like it's too much or too little, I can change it, but I plan on, I'll probably be uploading at 3 EST for all of those days. Right now, it's a Wednesday, so the first video will come out tomorrow, and then I'll see how it goes from there. I'll probably record a few this day one. So, as I was talking about the podcast quality type thing, basically my plan is to pick a topic and kind of talk about it. Now, you guys can, in the comments, leave, you know, some comments about what you'd like to hear me talk about, is kind of what I'm going to go for. Like, you know, what would you like to hear me talk about, you know, maybe in regards to my life, in regards to the game, whatever. Obviously, if not, I'll think of something, because I have plenty of things that I like to talk about. I wouldn't be a YouTuber otherwise if I didn't have some things to yap about. So this first episode and kind of the beginning of the series. Beyond talking about my rekindling for the love of the game, let's talk about something that I have gotten probably now over 1,000 comments on over the course of the last year of making videos, and that is, let's talk about me a little bit. Narcissistic, I know. Yar, parley, parley. Let's talk about the elephant in the room, or the lack of now. Okay, can you shut your face? This guy's a little bit too loud. I lost a lot of weight, if that wasn't obvious. If you haven't looked at my videos from over a year ago, I've lost quite a little bit of weight. So I kind of want to talk about, you know, what the process was, because there's a lot of people that have asked me, and kind of, you know, how it's affected life and whatnot. So let's start with the weight. I started on June 1st of 2024. I was like, wow, I don't like being fat. And that may sound obvious, but I feel like half of the battle with losing weight is kind of deciding that you want to lose weight. Because I feel like a lot of the problems that a lot of overweight people have is they kind of think about it and then they do it a little bit, but then they just kind of fall back into their same habits of, you know, overeating or not exercising and whatnot. And it's really about making a habit out of it, like a lifestyle change. And I decided in June of last year, yeah, I want to do that lifestyle change. I want to change me as a person. And so I did. In June, I weighed 332 pounds, which, you know, is quite a lot. I think in British terms, that's 150 kilograms, I believe. Which, if you don't know, that's a lot of weight. That's quite a bit, and that's not even the heaviest I ever was. I think at one point in my life I was 340, which is, you know, that's, if you think about that and you're like, wow, that's a lot of weight. But as of today, recording this September 3rd of 2025, I weigh 182, which is, in terms of BMI, is just outside of the perfectly healthy range. But realistically, with my body type and my height, which I'm like 5'11" on a good day, that's pretty much normal. And I feel like that's quite visible, and I'm sure you guys think it's quite visible too, given that I've gotten, again, over 1,000 comments on it. So how did I do it? And what did I, you know, what's the deal behind it? Well, I feel like losing weight is, it's almost going to be weird to say that it's easy, but it's really, the hardest part of it is deciding to do it, is the mindset idea behind it. Once you actually get in the mindset of doing it, it's not as hard as you'd think. It's just a lot of willpower, which is, that's the hardest part, is finding the willpower to keep doing it. So some things I did in the beginning, I kind of starved myself, which is not healthy and not how you should lose weight. Starving yourself is not really cohesive to losing weight, because at some point you're going to want to eat, and once you start eating again, you're more likely to overeat and just regain the weight that you lost back. That's what I've done in the past when I've lost weight, is I went down to like the most aggressive calorie cut you've ever seen in your life, like less than 1,000, which, you know, at some point you start starving, and then you eat food, and then it all comes back. So I would say for the majority of this time, and over the last year at least, I've been at about 1,500 calories a day, which is pretty aggressive of a cut still, but not as aggressive as eating like 800 a day, which is like unhealthy.
I just feel the darkness down in my bones. But now that terrible cloud has been lifted, oh, thank you, thank you, thank you.
No problem. That's what I'm here for. Let me, where is backpack item lock so that I can do that? Again, this is a completely new account, so, you know,
You hear a
it's...
tiny, joyful voice call your name.
Thank you for helping us, kind wizard. Your
No
service and
problem.
benevolence will not soon be forgotten.
And I've got fairy. Let me put one of those in my deck. where was I? I was talking about cuts. Also, you know, half the battle's eating, but the other half is exercising, and kind of keeping that as a habit. I have a marked location. Let me go. A bit ago, I bought this Apple Watch. Where is it? You can see it there. And it has different workouts you can select. My goal, I've tried to burn 500 calories or exercise for 30 minutes every day for the last year now. I think my daily streak is on like 320 now, which the only time I technically missed was when I got my gallbladder surgery, which you can't exercise when you just got your gallbladder out. It is extremely painful to try to do so, and you have stitches, so can't do that. Good work, my thrall. Alright, let me add...
A wizard. Excellent. I could use a combat break. Let's play.
Let's play. Yeah, so I try to exercise every day, and I have for, again, about 300 days. And eventually you get to a point where you want to. Like, those 2 weeks that I had to take off of exercising for my gallbladder surgery, it sucked, because I genuinely, every day I was like, I want to exercise, and I couldn't. I had to lay in bed and just be sad. So it's really a change. When you'll get to a point, like, a lot of people don't like exercising. You'll get to a point where the dopamine hits whenever you exercise. It starts getting to a point where you're like addicted to it even. Like, when you're not exercising, you're like, I want to exercise. And I still get that feeling, like, whenever I eat, you know, a bit too much, I'm like, okay, I'm gonna go exercise because I really want to. And yeah, it becomes a point where you want to be healthy, you know. And listen to that music. I should not whistle because I can't whistle very well. Yeah, so realistically, it took, again, I haven't lost the most amount of weight. I think in March I weighed about 200, which would have been the last time I made a video, I think. Or actually, I made a video about a month ago. But the time before that, I was about 200 to 220. Now I'm in the 180 range, which is probably about where I'm going to stay. I can't, you know, lose much more. Because realistically, I do have... It doesn't look like it that much, but I do have a bit of muscle on my arms. So, you know, if I lose more, I'll probably start losing muscle instead of fat, which is, you know, not really the best. But I would say there's just so much that changes. Like, you don't realize, really, I mean, maybe you do, but when you're that overweight, you don't kind of understand just how much it affects your daily life. Like, you know, joints that ached all the time suddenly don't. You're able to walk for a long time, and, you know, when I go out with... I used to like to go out with my friends a lot to walk anyway, but now it's even better because I actually can for a long time now.
You're back. I'm anxious to hear your update on Unicorn Way. Rattlebones.
Rattlebones, you say?
Rattlebones was searching the Unicorn Way archive on the trail of the Order of...
The Order of the Fang. What a name drop.
While I do that, if you are to truly
Death Trap.
master, I'll send you now to Miss Front.
Mr. Lincoln. But I'm probably not going to talk that much more about that topic, but what are some of the things I did for exercise? And I can't recommend this enough. If you are a gamer and you want to lose weight and you're like, but exercising is boring, you know what one of the funnest ways to lose weight is the game Just Dance. Now, that's going to sound funny, and you guys are probably looking at me like, really, Noah? Really? But yes, I kid you not when I say I've put probably 200 hours into the various Just Dances over the course of the last year, but I have. I genuinely have. And it's just, not only is it a game, so you feel like you're having fun doing it, and you kind of want to compete with your past scores and kind of compete with yourself to get better, but it's just... when you play a game, you know, it doesn't feel like you're exercising as much. And in that case, you know, it's like sometimes I'd play for like an hour and a half and burn like 1,000 calories, and then I'd be like, oh, that went by so fast.
I foresaw you might save Wizard. Go to Old Town. Your victory on Unicorn Way makes
That's not
you
what
the
he's saying.
perfect person to deal with this crisis. I foresaw you might save Wizard City. Now
That's
your chance.
that is not what he's
Go
saying
to
there.
Old Town and talk to Sergeant Muldoon immediately.
Whoa,
Bring the set
my
of
alarm
the
just went off.
crisis and discover-
All right.
Let me also but
I'll be real, I don't care about Abby K. Doodle. But I can go do Diego's quest to get a little bit of extra XP. I'm probably gonna stop talking about weight loss now, but I did kind of want to talk about that because, you know, everyone's mentioned in the last few videos, like, you know, you look at it and it's like, yeah, I've lost some weight, and I haven't really talked about it beyond just, you know, thanking you guys for noticing, but that's kind of how I did it, is low calories, beware. All right, low calories, doing a lot of exercising, and it kind of just works. What can I say? Todd Howard moment. It just works. Let me get the crafting quest so I can at some point find the wood.
You now have a pet egg in your inventory.
All right. It is 20 minutes into the video. So my plan is for this first episode, I'm probably going to go a little bit longer and go maybe even to like an hour just as a special, but I'll probably want to keep them between 30 to 40 minutes long per, which I know is a bit long, but you know, it gives someone this series, my plan is this is going to be the best background noise you've ever experienced in your life. If you have nothing to do, throw this on, listen to the whole thing, and, you know, hopefully this is going to be released, you know, September 4th. My hope is, you know, maybe you'll be watching this in September of 2027 and being like, oh, hey, look at that. He's released like 200 episodes on this. I really want to stick with this and you know, start recording more videos again, because I think in the last 2 years, I've probably released maybe a total of 30 videos, which compare that to like 2022, I was recording a video every day, which I feel like that's part of their problem, is I kind of burnt myself out on Wiz a lot in 2022, and I haven't really gotten that love for it back. So my hope is that this kind of rekindles some stuff. On top of that, let's talk about, you know, my other videos, because I do record some different kinds of videos. What's my plan for those? I'll continue to occasionally make other videos like I've made in the past, and those will probably be released on off days. So, like, for example, someone asked me to make a video on the changes to shadow magic that are coming, which I think I've barely looked into it, but I've heard something about shadow infusion instead. I'll probably make a video on that on some point, but to briefly touch on that, realistically, I think anything is an improvement to shadow magic at this point, because as it currently is, it's incredibly useless, and like the only people that use it are the people that don't really know the 7-pip AoE meta. Oh, hey, I got Death Assistant. All right, let me grab all these quests. I'll probably listen to the dialogue a bit more starting now. Like, I'll half listen to it because I am kind of interested in some of the changes that they've made here. But what was I saying? Oh yeah, shadow magic. It's like so useless at the point it currently is that anything is realistically a good change to it. So,
Look there, Wizard.
yeah,
Do you
I might.
think it's a
I don't care about
teleporter?
teleporters.
Halt! Oh, you're that Unicorn Way hero wizard, aren't you? What? Sergeant Muldoon said you.
Ugh.
This street is ablaze, wizard, and not in the way it's always ablaze. The fire elves have gone insane.
You don't
I
say.
can't hold all these roving mobs of mayhem at bay alone. Please, wizard, can you drive the haunted minions back?
I can. Now, an interesting change compared to when I last made this Let's Play series. is that Wizard City's been completely redone, and there's quite a few other things that have been redone. Like, I think the Celestia XP and mob revamp didn't exist when I did the world for the first time. That's an unfortunate fizzle. That is my first fizzle, though. We'll see how much I fizzle in the beginning here. They've redone... I'm going to turn down the sound effects slightly. They're kind of loud. They've redone Wizard City since I last did it, technically. I've done it a few times in the past, but this is the first time in a Let's Play series that I've done the redone Wizard City, and I'm going to be completely honest with you. I don't like it. I don't think there's a single aspect that I like more now than I used to, and I'm not even talking from a nostalgia point. Like, obviously from a nostalgia point, it's so cool to have those old quests and, like, to have the childhood memories, but just from an actual perspective, I feel like KingsIsle has this weird mindset that children can't enjoy, like, content that would be, I don't know, like, not geared towards teenagers, but, like, a lot of the early Arc 1 Wizard101, in my opinion, it kind of had this gritty and, like, it did have a darkness to it, which I think, as a kid, seemed really, really cool.
The undead have promised not to venture any farther.
You don't say.
When the fire elves were rehearsing the song
This is what I mean.
From Firecats, the musical.
Why?
Everything was going fine, pitchy soprano solo aside. Then another. A wizard named Lizzo Firespitter was coaching the elves. I simply had to secure this position.
This is what I'm talking about, is they made this, they made this street, can you please shut up? They made this street go from helping this guy save his fire elf friends to them being possessed with a musical, and he's a soft weenie boy, and Lizzo Firespitter is, strong and willful, which cool, good for her, but I don't get it. It's like they took everything that made this part of the quest and kind of twisted it in a worse way, which I'll probably mention it when I get there, but honestly, Triton Avenue bothers me even more, because for some reason they switched Susie and Arthur's roles, which makes no sense, because it's like literally, I'm not gonna say that it's a gender thing, but they made it so that they needlessly changed it so that you went from a girl saving her brother who seems to be, you know, trapped, and like the whole archetype of like the stolen princess thing, you know, like from fairy tales, wasn't there, because it was, you know, a girl saving her brother. And now guess what? It's a brother saving his sister. That it's just basically the roles swapped for no reason. And I've always hated that. I've always thought that it's just like, it almost feels like there's a sexist undertone to it for no reason, which I don't get. Cyclops Lane's probably the least egregious of the changes, but the bunny thing that they added, I don't know. I don't like to be that guy who's like, you know, like, oh, old Wizard101 was better, but like, there is a lot of changes in these Arc 1.
Burnt out ends of smoky days. The stale cold smell of morning. Fire for fiddle.
It's just like, does anyone actually enjoy this? Like, if I was a kid and I played this, I still don't think that I would enjoy what they did here. Like, I would look at this and I'd be like, what? Why? Like, I would much rather the original quest line where you're helping, what's the name of that guy? I don't know his name. No, it's not Private Stilson, that's the other guy. Basically, you're helping this guy save his fire elf friends, or that's what it used to be, and now it's not that. And it just feels a little sad. But let's enough talking about just lamenting the old Wizard City. Another reason why I wanted to make a Let's Play series and kind of why I wanted to go through the beginning of this game, is I saw most recently on the patch notes that there was a change that KingsIsle added where they made it so that Arc 1 gives more XP now, is from what I've been told. And it says that you can get to level 50 just doing main quests from Wizard City to Dragonspire. Now, I'm interested for a few reasons in this. First off, if they increase the XP, then that means that you might get certain cards earlier on. Like, I mean, even just, you might get Scarecrow, like, pretty, not early in Dragonspire, but, like, before the end of it. Originally, if you did no side quest whatsoever, you would get from levels 1 to 43 in the main quest, maybe 44 if you do some other side stuff. That's at the end of Dragonspire. So, like, going into Celestia, you'd be level 43 or 44. Now, apparently, you will be level 50. So, I kind of wanted to see what that was like. Another thing I wanted to test out was, if they haven't changed what side quests give you, like, can you get to level 60 by the end of Dragonspire? Probably not, but I'm a little interested to see what level you can be. I'm not going to do every side quest, and I'm not going to do a lot of them on camera. My plan is, between episodes, I'll probably do a few side quests on my own time, you know, to enjoy them. Obviously, some things will be, some side objectives will be in videos. Like, I'm probably going to do Mount Olympus in a video. Which, this will also be interesting for me because Mount Olympus has the new pity system and getting the Zeus gear. So I might do a live stream when I get up to that point and do...
As he loves to tell, fire for fiddle, the fiend of the fell. Fire for fiddle, fire for fiddle.
It's just so obnoxious. It's not cute. It's not fun. It's just simply obnoxious, which I hate. You know, I don't even know what I was talking about. I got so distracted. Again, every time the Fire Elves come on screen, I get very distracted. But first, I was going to go get the Zeke quest, because useful to have it now, as early as possible. I want mana. Mana Zeke quest. I went to the commons and I immediately forgot what was happening, which I'll probably do a lot. Hello, Zeke.
Why, hello there, young wizard.
That's me. Get the smiths. I'll go get the ones I didn't get before off screen. You know, I'll go get them myself. Let me grab some mana and go back to Firecat Alley. Go to Hermit's house.
What's that?
What?
Go
what?
What's that?
That's crazy.
Fire elves. First off.
Magma men, collect magma. You know, it's a good thing that we don't have to get the charred knife anymore, because that used to be one of the worst quests in the beginning of this game. Same with, what was it, the ruined skull? It used to take me hours sometimes. Let's talk about, another aspect of this is kind of how I'm going to get through the game. My kind of perspective on it is I will find help for big bosses and end game dungeon or end of world dungeons. So things like Zeus, like Mount Olympus, I'm not going to solo my way through because I'll be honest, I don't have a lot of fun trying to solo my way through those. So I'll probably just use team up and go through it that way. But I am going to try to solo the vast majority of this game, like all of the side bosses and whatnot. Not side bosses, but like the bosses up to that point, I'll do solo. But then once I get towards the end, you know, certain fights, especially in the later worlds, the end of world fights, I'll probably use team up for and see how it goes. But yeah, that's kind of going to be the main loop of this series, is I'm going to do a lot of solo things myself, going to avoid AoEs on bosses so that I can use some single hits of spells that I haven't seen in a long time, and go through this game as I go. In terms of farming gear, I'm probably not going to go out of my way to always farm the best kind of gear. So like, with the Zeus gear, I'm probably not going to farm all the Zeus gear unless the pity system is like really decent, which from what I've heard, it's not. Because admittedly, I've never had the full Zeus gear, and I probably never will have the full Zeus gear. So probably not going to farm all that. Waterworks, I might farm all of, because Waterworks gear is really good. But at the very least, I'll have the Wintertusk crafted gear. Malistaire gear, do I need all of it? Probably not.
Oh, that was quick. Ew! You smell like sulfur. And done.
Bastilla Grave Wind. But first, I must go collect Herkimer Stone from the rotting fodders in the Dark Cave. Realistically, as a Death Wizard, I shouldn't have that many issues getting through the beginning of this game. Because I should just have heals. I mean, I shouldn't have that many issues getting through the later parts of this game either with the heals. Yeah, so there's a lot of spells that like I haven't seen in a very long time, and I would like to see, you know, like what's the name of that spell? Cast Inside's Monster. I haven't seen that used in a very long time. Avenging Fossil. Who's used Avenging Fossil? I kind of want to just a lot of those spells I'd like to see. So, you know, this series is as much about nostalgia as it is like nostalgia of the game as it is nostalgia from things I haven't seen since I played this game as a kid. So hopefully you guys will all join me on that journey, you know, seeing some things. I think today's episode, I'm looking at it now, how I might cut it up. See, it's kind of weird because I shouldn't have started Firecat Alley this episode. I should have waited and then done all 3 streets in one episode. I think I should be able to finish Firecat Alley and it'll be about 45 minutes. Then maybe I'll do the next 2 streets in the next episode plus finishing the world, so split it into 2. It's a little weird and a little awkward, but I don't want to make the videos too long, you know, like if this first video was an hour and a half long, how many people would watch the whole thing? That's the question, isn't it? Cool.
Take our Herkimer Stone. We'll dig up another to
What?
record our sickened beats upon.
Why do they have a New York accent?
Ah, good. This Herkimer, you
Take a Herkimer Stone. Alright. So, I just realized okay, I don't think she's going to have that much death resist. That's my hope. It would be really embarrassing if I failed this fight. I don't think I will, but you never know. Let's equip Flawed Opal Band. I don't think anything else really will be important. Hello. Butterfly Knight. I like that that name. We'll see if I can do this myself. I should be able to. I mean, again, I just don't know how much resist Bastilla has. But hopefully, since it's the very beginning of the game, not much. Because I don't have converts yet. Which is okay. Ha. Nice fizzle, nerd. it was going to be very embarrassing if I fizzled after saying that. Bonk. Heal. Alright, it's a 1v1 now. Surely nothing goes wrong. This music is so nostalgic. Even though it's technically the updated Wizard City theme, it's so nostalgic. I can't wait for some of these early game worlds that I have so much nostalgia for. Like, I know a lot of people hate Mushu, but I love Mushu. Mushu, Marleybone, hell, even Dragonspire to an extent. And then Arc 2. Arc 2's got some worlds in it. Some worlds I'm excited for. Oh, that did not do a lot of damage. Oh boy. You know, maybe I shouldn't have removed those other cards from my deck. What's it looking like? I did a little over 100. Am I going to be able to succeed? I only have one ghoul and... Huh. I'm not gonna lie, it's gonna be very embarrassing if I fail the Bastilla Gravewind fight. But I actually might, I'm not gonna lie. Do another 100. I'm not gonna succeed, am I? I don't think I'm gonna succeed, guys. Yeah, no, I don't have enough damage, actually. So you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna cut and then come back when I'm at about this point again, and with more cards this time, so that I'm not stupid. All right, we're back at the same point I was last time, except now I have more cards. I'm a little bit lower on health though, so hopefully that's not an issue. So I think, if I'm not wrong, Death gets Death Prism at level 7. So I should be able to go get Death Prism after this street, which is good, because it means that for all of these early game death bosses that have about 25% resist, I can get through them pretty easily. Uh-oh. She has 3 pips. This might be painful. Okay, now surely she doesn't use her 3-pip natural attack on me and kill me. Okay, I'm not gonna lie, I think this is the first time I've struggled enough with early game Wiz that I've had to buy level 5 Bazaar gear. But, hey, I was talking about it being nostalgic. I don't think I've bought level 5 Bazaar gear since, I was a child? Because I don't think I've had to. But, apparently, Bastilla Gravewind is the bane of my existence, because I lost that fight 3 times. I'm not gonna lie, struggling that hard just for her to sing at me in the end. Shut up. All that just for her to sing at the end like that really just rubbed in the fact that I'm not happy right now. Okay, I want to get some health, then I'll use my mark. That was rough. Okay, wait, let me fix my deck real quick, because that... The thing is that I shouldn't need all of those cards. It was literally just because I'm death, and yeah, it turns... Oh. Where did I go to the bazaar like I wanted to? I did. Okay. Yeah, that's not... It's not how I saw that going.
Hello, young wizard.
Shush you. No, I don't want your side quest. Go away.
How did it go? You got everything on the list? And Ooh, that's it. There we are. Now, wow.
I'm not gonna lie, I just, like, I gave up on caring about the dialogue on this street because of what just happened. I'm gonna need a mental reset after this. So, this episode will end at the end of Firecat Alley, and then next episode we'll start with Triton Avenue, Cyclops Lane, and then finishing this, this world. I'm just a little baffled by what just happened. Okay, this should go significantly easier because they're both fire, which means I should, fingers crossed, be able to pretty easily beat both of them.
Fire for Friddle! The greatest magicians have something to learn! Fire for Friddle! Wizard City must burn! Fire for Friddle!
I swear this had, like, no... There was no second opinion. Someone, like, really had an idea of what they wanted this street to be, and then they pitched it, and not a single person bothered to speak up about how bad it was. I miss the old Firecat Alley so bad. Like, Triton Avenue and Cyclops Lane are not improvements, but, this one's rough. Also, I'm going to activate Death Assist, because I don't think a ghoul is going to take down this Magma Man. It might, though. In which case, awesome. Yeah, I didn't think so. But already, look at how much easier this is when they don't resist me. I'm thinking between videos. So my plan is, I don't want to spend crowns on anything, is my plan for this playthrough. Obviously I'll have to spend money on a membership, but other than that, I'm not going to spend any money on this account. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get enough crowns to get Heartsteel through watching ads and playing through the quizzes, which, you know, shouldn't be too bad because it depends on how many ads show up. Sometimes you can watch like 15 of them in a row. Sometimes you can't watch any. Like, you can only watch one. Sometimes you can't watch any. So we'll see. See, this is how I was expecting the beginning of this world to go. Just spamming Healback Ghoul and just enjoying life. But that's not how it went. Luckily, after this street, I should be level 7, and then I should be able to get... Oh, you have Sunbird? That's kind of cheating, bro. Why do you have Sunbird? We're in Firecat Alley. Man, I keep cutting myself off. Yeah, I'll be able to get Death Prism at level 7. And then I shouldn't have that issue again, because I can prism my way through all of the issues that I had with Bastilla's fight. Damn, look at that dance he's doing. He's got style. He's got swagger. GG easy.
Lo, the dark resonance
You can't say easy without
from
open
my
chat.
brain. By the hand of this gentle wizard, I am again stark raving sane. You say only I can deliver my people from the grip of this dreadful The cure and my voice hath entwined? Then accept the role of hero I must, and I shall deliver a performance for the ages.
Bro,
To the streets!
why did his balls drop halfway through that line?
Well, did you fix this
Okay, level 7. So I can get Prism between episodes, which will help me greatly whenever I need to. Whenever I need that. Yeah, so I think my plan is... I don't think I'm going to record again right after this. I think I'm going to wait until after after the first episode comes out to record, see what people are saying. And then episode 2 I'll record that day. And it will come out on Saturday. Correct? Yes, Saturday.
Great balls of fire! You're alive! When I didn't hear back from you, I just assumed... Well, I'm glad you weren't fricasseed. Did you find... She's safe now? And feel free to mention how I'm still bravely defending this position. If it comes up. Thanks, Wizard. I couldn't have done it without you.
I'm not gonna do that. I miss the old you so much. I'm sure you miss the old you deep down too. You just don't know it. So I also managed to find some mistwood to get the crafting quest
Hello again,
started.
young wizard. You helped quell an undead insurrection and cured a fire elf curse.
I did do that.
Impressive. We're not out of the woods yet, but we're making headway.
All right. So that's going to be it for episode 1. I hope you all enjoyed, and please leave in the comments like if you want me to talk about something specific or if you have any questions. If not, that's fine too. I'm going to find things to talk about from episode to episode, whether that be the game or outside of the game. But that's it for today. I'm really excited, honestly. I really have missed Wizard101, and I feel like this is going to be such a good way to get me back into the game. Yeah, so if you enjoyed it, drop a like, hit the sub button. You can also join and become a channel member if you want to. If not, that's fine too. Thank you all for watching. I'll see you guys in the next episode. Have a good one.